Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome to this channel. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Transformers Masterpeice MP20, which is the toy version of Wheeljack, versus the Masterpeice version of the 35th anniversary MP20 Plus, which is the animated version. So let's take a look at the box. This is what it looks like on the front. The car is made by a company called Lancia, which we'll get into a little bit. Underneath, we need to locate this badge. If it doesn't have the badge, it's not real. We have the side where we have Wheeljack holding the Immobilizer, which was in one of the episodes. On the back, we have him in the car mode. We have him in a comparison shot between Bumblebee, Ironhide, and Wheeljack. The Immobilizer again, and we have pictures of him holding his shoulder cannon and his other weapon. Other side is just the car, which is a Lancia Stratos Turbo, and this is the toy accurate version. As you see, there's a difference. There's an obvious difference. Same thing. There's a badge on the bottom. The back is a little different, where we have a comparison of Optimus and Wheeljack standing together. We have him in vehicle mode where Wheeljack is coming out the back, and the same two pictures where he's holding his shoulder cannon. So let's go into accessories. Now we have his shoulder cannon here, and it's a beige or some type of gray color, but I believe some people will claim it's a beige. So you have that with the black peg on the bottom. Then we have his handgun, which is more of a flat silver than a bright silver. And last but not least, we have the Immobilizer. You can put this together. The transparent stand comes off. And you could disassemble this so that he holds it into his hand, like so. And the dish comes off, and this dark gray piece comes off. And you can have it sitting in the background or somewhere in your house, like so. Now for the regular Wheeljack, we have the silver shoulder cannon, same black peg. Same thing on the other side. And we have the gun to match it. Just all silver. Kind of have that going on. And let's bring in the cars. So you have the Plus. And you have the regular. So you get that kind of look. But let's bring out our Wave 1 cars to give you another version of it. So we're going to take this away for a second. We're going to bring in Sideswipe, Blue Streak, and Tracks. Now before I continue, Blue Streak does have 4 different options. You have those options to choose from, or you want to be slightly different from other collectors. So you have a silver and blue version, you have an all silver version, and then you have a darker version of the same color deco of your choosing. I chose this one because this one's going to be my display piece, and my silver one is going to be my collectible. So you have this version of it, and if we take this away, and we bring in the Plus, it slightly is geared to the animated version. I don't have the repaint for Sideswipe, or in 2 there isn't a second version of Tracks. So let's take this away. Bring it in. Now we're going to transform these together. Now, Lancia has a nickname for this vehicle. They call it the Wedge, and it's because of the nose on the car to the angle of the top of the hardtop, and you kind of have like this low angle plus the wide shape of the nose. The color on the Plus is a pearl white. Have these light green stripes. We still have the red, which offsets the white with the Autobot symbol. On the side, we have the 539 picked out in black. The wheels are a beige or a gray color. The eyes are also beige. And you have the intake. I always say this is an intake, but we have the fan section painted out in gray, like a light gray. You have the underneath. This is what it looks like. We have the back. We have a dark gray in the back to offset the rear lights, kind of deal. Where we have a more color accurate to the real vehicle. And we have a slightly darker green with the red. Got some stripes here. We have the Lancia, which is the car company that makes this car. Altalia is the sponsorship, which is a large French airline company in France and all of Europe. We have the side where we have this green stripe going from the lights all the way down the lower portion of the car. We have this dark red for the wheels. The rear lights are white. I mean, the rear end is white with the red stop lights. And we have a little bit of yellow on both sides. We have the underneath. The windshield on this one is a smoky gray, where the windshield on this is a sky blue. So we're going to transform these at the same time. Very easy. What you want to do is you want to focus on the nose first. You want to put your finger here. You want to put your finger here. And you just want to wiggle it till it moves down. And you can just kind of wiggle this forward until you get enough clearance. Like so. Next, you want to free up the side behind this 9 and where I would say this green piece is. And you just want to free it away from the car. Like so. Do the same thing on the side, right behind the 5 and this green thing. Just want to pull back on this black strip to free it away. Now you take your thumb and your finger and you want to pull down, but before you do, you want to lift up the front windshield. And you want to pull down and it's going to extend. You go pull this all the way down until it snaps into place. Same thing on this side. Just if it doesn't click back in, there we go. And you just pull down, it's going to snap into play. So you have this to start with. We'll just go over here for the Plus. Same thing. Thumb here, finger right in the middle of the hood, and just wiggle down. Right, like so. Go over here in this corner. You can see where this gap is where this corner is, and you just pull down. Same thing on this side. Pull down. Now sometimes the door will pop open, but that's okay. And take your finger here, you lift up behind where the windshield is. Take your thumb and your finger and just bring it down like so. Same thing on this side. Just bring it down. Now it has to snap into place. If it hasn't, just want to make sure. So you should have something like that. Next, we're going to focus on the legs. So you need to angle it this way. You want to bring the legs down and you want to take your thumb and you want to hold it on to the back of his pelvis, I believe, and you want to bring the leg down on the thigh like so, so it looks like this. Same thing on the other side, bring it down like so. It's on this armature, so all you have to do is swing all the way around until it stops, and it's going to peg into the front of the windshield. And then what you do is you take your thumb and your finger, hold it in place, you bring the legs down, like so, straighten it a little bit, do the same thing on the side, like so. Let's move on to the other side for the plus. So you hold the back of the pelvis if it's not falling apart. Bring down the legs. Same thing on the other side. Bring down the legs. It's going to be on this joint right here, and you can see this piece is going to move, and you just bring it all the way forward like so. Then you take the legs and you just want to line it up with the back of where your finger is, like so. So you have that. Now for the leg, or should I say the back of the leg, we have to bring down the door panel and it clips into place. So all you have to do is just bring it down. It's on a double armature type of deal, and you want to bring it back. This piece right here, you want to flip it forward, or should I say up. Bring it down a little bit, and you're going to have this armature here, and you just want to bring it in. There's a peg, there's a hole, and you just slot that together. Like so. Same thing on the other side. Want to get to the door, bring it away on the double armature, bring it down. It's going to be on this arm here, but before you do that, reposition. Bring this up, then bring it down, and then you want to sandwich this to the inside like so, and you just plug that in. Now we have to fix the feet while I'm here. On the inside, these fold down, but you have to move leg. You have to move you have to pull the foot out a little further, and you want to just turn this around onto the inside. And there's an armature inside of here. I'm gonna do it better on the other one, and you just want to even it out. And it should plug in. I'm gonna try to do it better on this one. So we're gonna pull the foot out so we can have clearance. We're gonna bring this around like so. You have this armature right here. You want to bring it out so that this will have a space to plug into. So it should have like that. So he has a little bit of spur, foot spur, heel spur kind of thing going on. This time we're going to do it the right way. So we're going to take this piece, bring the door down like so on the double armature. Take this piece, bring it up, bring this back down a little bit. You want to move this up just a taste, and you want to sandwich it towards you, and you just plug it in. Right, like so. Next, the foot. Bring the foot out. Just extend it like so. You bring this piece, flip it out towards you into the inside, and you just want to flatten it like so. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna try to do it a different way. So we're going to extend the foot like so. Bring this panel, we're going to turn it this way around, and we need to flatten it like so, and this is going to plug into it. So you should have that. Next we're going to take care of this side. Take the door, bring it down, lay it down this way, facing away from you. Take this piece, flip it up, bring it down just a taste. See this armature? You just sandwich it this way, and you might need a little bit of adjustment because the plus has more paint than the regular. So this one always has a tough time putting it in, but it didn't give me a tough time. So you have that going for you. Next, we're going to take the boot or the rear of the car, bring it down in the L shape kind of deal. I'm going to take this piece right here. I'm not sure what they call this, but and you want to unpeg it from the back, which is going to free up the arms. Then you take the arms and you want to swing away like so. Do the same thing on the opposite. Swing away like so. Like so. Then we go over here. Same thing. Take the boot. Bring it down into an L shape. You take this piece right here. You unclip it from the back, which is going to free up the arms. Take the arms and you just fold down like that. Take the other side, fold down. So you should have something like that. Now you have to be careful on this side, at this in this area, and I'll show you why. We're going to get into the chest. You just bring it away, open, get in here, open. You turn it around. There's his head. You just stick your finger on the opposite side, push forward, bring it up, and it pegs in, and you just close it. This has to go in first before this one. So next, we're going to tackle the backpack, and we need to untab the fins if they haven't already. Just bring them up just a little bit. Take this black piece right here, bring it all the way down. Next, you want to just fully bring those arms in, and you have to be careful with these transparent wings, and I'll show you why in a second. Right, so we're going to bring the fins forward. The fins themselves are a transparent, smoky plastic. So you have to be very careful how you move this. If you put any kind of extreme force on it, it's going to break the hinges that hold this piece into place. Now mine has broken off on both sides. They should have used a metal piece for here for this pin to go through it. That would have been a much better thing to make for this piece. So be careful on that side. Just take your time. Don't rush it, because if you do, it's going to break. But it's not too bad. It's not like it's noticeable. And just bring it down just a little bit. We'll get back to it in a second. Same thing on this side. Bring down the arms a little bit. We're going to take the fins. We're going to bring them forward. These are solid plastic versus the transparent plastic, I believe. There's a different feeling, plus they're not as tight as those on his back. And then we're going to focus on the chest. Bring this out while we can. Locate the back where his head is hiding. take your finger, push forward, bring it up. It's going to clip into place. Bring this in first, and then do that second, and we're almost at the home stretch. Now, what I like to do here is I like to bring the arms out because they're going to get in the way, like so. Do the same thing on this side, like so. The backpack is on a double armature, and it's right behind his head. So you need to bring that up first to order to put this into his abdomen section. So you just want to bring it up on that piece first. And you know you got it right when everything clips into place. And that didn't give me any trouble. I'm gonna bring up the fins. And since we're back here, make sure these side panels. Now these little clips are on the side. They're supposed to clip into the side shoulder of it. And then we go on to the back. There's this peg that pops into his rectangular slot. And you know you got it right when it doesn't pop back out. So it's not popping back out, it's locked in. And we'll come back to his hands in a second. Same thing on this side. Take the arms, bring them out because they're gonna get in the way. Same thing, bring them out like so. Take the backpack and you want to raise it on this armature here. And you want to bring it into that cavity. And everything should clip into place. Now that one went in well too. Now I forgot this piece right here. This piece right here needs to be folded all the way in. Or it's not going to lock into the other. Like so. And you just take that peg, pop it into that slot. It doesn't appear to be resisting, so that's locked into place. And here is the easy part. The hands, you take the spoiler, you want to wiggle until it moves, and you want to turn it upwards like so. Take the hand, you want to bring it outwards. You take the elbow, you want to do 360, either way, it doesn't matter. And you want to hide the spoiler until you get this joint. Then you take the hand and you turn it this way. So it's facing you. Bring down the arm, you're almost done. Same thing on the other side. You wiggle. And bring it up on the arm. Take the hand, bring it outwards. Concentrate on the elbow. 300, you go all the way around to where this piece shows up. Take the hand. Have it facing you. The hands are 360. Okay. And there you have it. You have your first toy version of Wheeljack. Let's move that back. We'll get back to him. Same thing. Spoiler, wiggle a little bit, turn it upwards, turn the hand outwards, locate the elbow. You want to turn it back so this piece is facing you. Turn the hand towards you like so. Bring down the hand, arm, do the same thing, wiggle, bring up, legs up, bring out, like so, and then you turn. Your hand so it's facing you, and you got your second one done. So let's get into articulation. Now the arm only goes out that far, and you do have that 360 degrees on the bicep / elbow area, the hand, so you have that kind of range of movement. As for the elbow, it's just a normal 90 degree on the elbow. Let's bring the arm out. Legs has a wide range of movement. It goes about that far for the front. And since he has a small backpack, it goes about that far towards the back. Thigh rotation, about that far. Feet have a wide motion range down on the bottom. And that's probably it. The head is on a mushroom peg, but his back of his head has a pin that allows him to look up. Matter of fact, that's about the maximum you can look up, and he can do 360 degrees if you want. So you have that. Now we're gonna get our accessories on him before we do a final comparison. So we're gonna start with the plus, and we're going to put the shoulder cannon on him. And this one is going to be a tight fit, and you know you have it the right way because this is supposed to rock back downwards like that, so you have an angle like that. If you have it the opposite way, it's on the opposite way. And this could be a little difficult if you're first purchasing units. There's a little bit of resistance, but if you keep doing it, it'll loosen up over time. So I have that. Let's get his gun. We're gonna put it in his hand. Open his hand, and there's a slot in his hand, and you put the guns in at an angle. Like so. Break down. Drop. So you have that kind of look. Same thing with the regular. This one pegs in easy because there's no paint to get in the way. The slots right in. Same thing. Open the hand. There's a slot right here. Go in at an angle. And close it. Now these hands are very sturdy. It locks onto that gun very tightly. It's not gonna drop out of his hand or anything like that. So you have that. Now my overall opinion, I do prefer this one, but if I had the chance, I would have taken this blue windshield and matched it with the fins and his ears. I would have taken the gray face and made it silver like the original one, and have these little things on his head painted in silver as well. Other than that, maybe just a little bit of green on the back of the legs wouldn't hurt, or maybe that black trim that goes upside, that goes alongside the car would have been nice. So let's do a comparison. I have a couple. So we're gonna take the plus away, and we're gonna bring in Masterpeice Hound and Sunstreaker to give you time, a look how that turns out. Now these are more the advanced Transformers, especially him and him. He's in the middle. Wheeljack is in the middle when it comes to transformation. It's not terribly hard, but these two takes the cake. Yeah. So you have that. If we take away this one, you have that. You have the plus. And you can kind of see where I'm talking about. His face kind of disappears in the back. And, you know, it doesn't pop as the other two. So let's bring out Wheeljack, and we're going to place him on the other side of Hound to kind of give you a difference. I still prefer the regular over this one. And to close out my video, we're going to bring in Sideswipe, Blue Street, and Tracks. I'm going to put the Immobilizer over here somewhere to show you how that looks. So you have the plus here, you have the plus there, and these two guys, you can kind of say they're plus-ish, if you will. Now the Immobilizer comes from one of the episodes where Wheeljack builds this to shut down the Decepticons, but the Decepticons get a hold of it, they reprogram it, and what it does, it locks them into their alt modes, and if they can't get out of it, they will be stuck like that forever. So that's the episode in a nutshell. So if you enjoyed this video, give a like, please subscribe, leave me comments or questions. I do respond through YouTube, and